What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel that after a whole year we're uploading completely different content. For the past years I've been uploading racing games, Racing Rivals, Rush Racing 2 that we all enjoyed, but unfortunately both of the games are suffering right now. The one is completely shut down and the Rush Racing 2 is suffering a lot and I can't really get any content out of it. Bad news, you could say, but for me it's not a problem. After a year I got what I was trying to get for the past 8 years. It's a brand new car, or actually not a brand new as soon as I've owned it already for 5 months now. It's a Toyota and it's a sports car. It's not a Supra, but could be it. That's it, the Toyota MR2. Some of you might know, some others might not really know this car. Not many were sold in the US, I think, even though I'm not from the US. From what I could see and do my researches, not too many were sold in the American market. Not that we had a lot in the European market. It's basically a rare car for everyone. What does the MR stands for? MR is midship runabout and the 2 is a 2-seater. So this car was created mostly to compete with the Miata, even though it absolutely destroyed the Miata in almost everything. Straight line, track racing, fun to drive, more reliable and mid-engine. Then tried to push the Porsche Boxer out of the game, if I'm not wrong, but it did and did not as good as, you know, it's lacking horsepower. To get to the horsepower part, let's see the engine. So let's see what's under the hood. No, that's not a hood. That's the trunk. I don't know, man. You trunk, you call it whatever you want. So you come here, you open that, and there you got it. It's a 1.8 liter engine. It's a 1ZZ. If you're familiar with the Toyota engines, the 1ZZ is mostly an economy car. It was found in the Celicas. Yeah, not the T-Sport, the normal Celica. I think in some Corollas, I'm not really sure, and in the Avensis. Toyota wanted to join the game, as I said, with the Roadsters and the whole Cabrio thing and the sportiness. You know, Miata had a good time and everyone likes Miatas. Tell me someone that doesn't really like Miatas. But why we don't see many MR2s? Now, MR2s, if you say an MR2, many people will think of the snap oversteer as a really bad thing of this car. And I would really like to discuss it on how they tried and fixed it on the Mark III, because the snap oversteer was a bad thing on the Mark I and even worse on the Mark II. Mark II, if you don't know, it's kind of a boat car. It's a really big, and it did compete with the NSX and the Supra in a straight line and even greater on the track. As I've said, this car is a track beast, and that's what I'm trying to make it. But unfortunately, track racing is a bit way too expensive, and for my country is way worse. If it's, for example, $500 to do a track day in USA, I'm completely giving an example here. Here in Greece it will be double, if not triple the price. And I don't really have the budget to do that right now, but I did have the budget to buy this little beast, and I do really enjoy it already with 4 to 5 months of owning the car. I've done my researches obviously before buying the car, but yeah, for owning it for almost half a year, I can say that the car is not as bad as some others said on the driving part, like the dangers because of the mid-engine. And as I said, I'm gonna explain more and more. This video we're creating right now is mostly just to say hello and give a shout out to MR2 Spider group on Facebook. So I will be sharing this video to the page there, to the group actually, and if some of you will watch it, well, I appreciate all of you guys, because as I said, for owning it 5 months, the car had many issues because it was an 88,000 kilometers on the dash and the engine, but that car had been staying in the garage, and an underground garage, for 10 years. The common issues with the soft top, you have no issues here, no scratches, no dents, I mean bad holes or water getting from the ceiling. The car is completely fine on those parts. The paint is a pretty rare one, as I've said. In the US I think you got none of that paint. In Europe we got 186, only 186 parts of this color, because that's a stock paint, if you didn't know already. Now, after saying all that, I'm again giving the shout out to the groups on Facebook my car had some issues and it didn't really perform any great. It was acting more than a 120 horsepower car rather than a 138. It was sluggish, it would do bunny hops while you were trying to accelerate, etc, etc. Thanks to you guys, I've brought the car to an almost perfect condition right now. Even though I had to downgrade it, it's a little bit slower than stock right now. And what do I mean downgrade? I will give you one only example. Here we have the MAF sensor. You can see it right here. The engine, as I said, is a 1ZZ, but on the MAF sensor, as you can see, we have a 4ZZ. Now, what happened here? To get a 1ZZ MR2 MAF sensor because mine was toasted. It was out, it wasn't working, it was doing some weird numbers, as we could see in the ECU and the computer, and we had to actually change it. I was trying to get the MR2 one. I found no MR2 selling in used condition because, you know, as I said, I don't have the budget for the greatest things. I can't buy new things right now, and I had to find something similar. I was checking for the 1ZZ from the other cars, as I said, Avensis, Corolla or Celica. I still found nothing, and then I ended up getting a 3ZZ and a 4ZZ. The 3ZZ is a 1.6 engine. It was closer to the 1.8, but it was also damaged when I got it used and I had to give it back. And now I got the 4ZZ for almost a month and it's working fine. What do I mean with that is that I never owned this MR2 with a good 1ZZ MAF, so I don't really know how it is to drive a completely healthy MR2. And with the more talks that I had lately with mechanics, they told me that, you know, the 4ZZ MAF is okay, the car is working, you can enjoy it, it drives perfectly fine, but still, if you would get a 1ZZ brand new Denso MAF, the car would act completely different and you would again enjoy it way more. Now, I've done some races already, and I've been judged for that because, as I've said, the car is a mid-engine, it's a sporty, small-looking car, and it's mostly for track use. But as I've already said, I don't have the budget for that. So for now, we're going to make videos mostly on drag racing, as I can do and I've already done, and you know, mostly cruises with friends, meetings here in Greece, you know, donuts, things we can both enjoy, you, the viewers and me, and slowly we'll try to build this car. I already have a program for the car. I'm trying to get an ECU, a standalone, some new rims, new suspension, new tires, many things coming for the car, and I really wish that you will enjoy these types of videos with me. So I don't have anything else to say for now. The next video that I will be creating probably very soon is the MR2 a good first car? If yes, what are the cons, and if no, what are the pros and the cons of the car? Currently it is bone stock, as I said, so there is nothing too crazy about the car, and I have a 6-month experience on how the car handles and works. So for now I think we will have to say goodbye. I will show you a small clip of driving it if I will find a proper way to put the GoPro. All I will be just having it in my hand and drive it a bit slowly so you can hear the engine, etc, etc. For now, all I have to say is goodbye. Enjoy life as much as you can because life is hard nowadays. But yeah, stay tuned. More videos with the MR2 are coming soon. Love, peace, NSGS, and I will see you in the next video.